Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Coffee Conversation Show, powered by the Emerging India Forum TIF and our technology partner Prime Infotech Solution. Today's series is the Emerging CyberSec Professional, and theme is from boardrooms to battlefields in the mind of cybersecurity maverick. I am Jolly Singh, host at Coffee and associate with Prime Infotech Solution. And today we have the pleasure of hosting Gaurav Vyas, the head of information technology at SPGPrints India. With over 17 years of experience in IT management, project delivery, and digital transformation, Gaurav has been instrumental in driving innovation and optimizing technology infrastructure in various organizations. His expertise in cybersecurity, IT infrastructure management, and leadership has earned him accolades like the Best CIO Award. Join us as we explore his professional milestones, personal interests, and rapid fire favorites in this enlightening conversation. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jolly, for inviting me for this conversation.
It's
Feeling
our
very
pleasure,
pleasure.
sir. So before we dive into the conversation directly, let me tell you, like we have three rounds with us. The first is the professional round questions. The second
Okay.
round is the personal round questions, and we try wrapping up the entire conversation with a very fun rapid fire round. And if you perform well, we also have a surprise gift for you. So brace
Okay.
yourself. Yeah, brace yourself, and let's get started. And to the very first round, which is the professional questions round. And my very first question to you would be that can you share what were most significant challenges you faced during your transition from Jackson Vision to SPG Prince India since you recently joined?
So transition from another organization is like a marriage.
Yeah.
When you are moving one family to another family, it's yes, something is like here. When you are joining new organization, there are lots of things that we are not aware. Even though there are so many platforms now available, ambition box also, we can get the information from the colleagues and the other people. But when you are joining the organization, you come to know what are the challenges and what are the benefits. No doubt, joining new organization will give you lots of benefit, definitely, and you have taken some decision based on that only. So just joining from Jackson to SPG, there are lots of, including the first and foremost is the organization culture, which is very much important, because when you are joining new organization, how the culture is impacting you. The technology, how you were in the earlier organization, you may having some other technologies. New company may have different technology. Apart from the technology and the culture, very much important is the friends or people with whom you are working on day-to-day basis. Because having a good friend or good people around you give you definitely different motivation and different work environment, where you sometimes what happen if there is something which you don't have anything ready solution available with, but having good friend around you or good people around you motivates, and you will get a better result. So these are some factors. Other than this, I feel there is a possibilities. The new organization have a different processes which you are not feeling well. But unfortunately, in joining Stovek, I honestly speaking, I have not faced is a big challenge. Yes, I'm missing my good friends which I will, because I have spent more than 10 years with Jackson, so I have a lots of good friend with me. Yes, but by the time I know I am a very rich person by the friends, so definitely I will have a good people over here also. So as such, there is not a big challenge to accommodate with. And culture, it is definitely a good culture where people are happily joining a new organization. So I have not faced as such a big challenge from Jackson to this SPG Prints.
We would definitely be coming back to your endeavors at SPG Prince India and also at Jackson. But to a very exciting thing that a very insightful thing that I would like to know your first of all is that what inspired your interest in information technology and cyber security to very much start with.
So as far as the information technology is the concern, when I was in schools or I was in early days, I was so I was thinking about the technology, how things are going. When we were seeing some movies or this, so I was curious how the technology was, how these things are working. And later in become it, my interest was something from with the computers. Which was initially stage when the computers was very unique thing when I was in school. So though it interest goes become change into the goal or it's so. And then what I want to mention here, my one friend named Vipul Mathur. When I started my initial career, he inspired me a lot to become the part of information technology, and by the later on it become my goal. When I joined initially my first job with the Excel Frontline, I was deputed at Adani Port. It was a growing at that time, and I was very junior engineer. It was my first job, and I don't know what is to be done and what is the technology, everything. It was only the college pass out, and I joined the. But where I worked a lot. My seniors were very friendly with me, and they have given me a different level of motivation. And I have worked there because it was a import, one of the biggest large port for India, and it time it was importing mostly coal and everything. So we were working in that environment. It was something 24/7. Coal is coming. We were become कहते हैं ना, शाम को वो कला पत्थर मूवी जैसा अमिताभ बच्चन we become like that, only black, everything is black, our shirts, everything. But at the end of the day, we were happy because we were getting challenges and we were learning lots of things. Unfortunately, it was one of the initial stage, the first stage where I got good motivation and it becomes my goal. And now I am very much happy that I have decided a good path.
You also have, sir, the ITIL certification. So, would you like to share that how did it exactly impacted your approach to IT service management?
So initially, I was part of the Excel frontline, and later I joined the CMS Infosystem. So there I was working for the customer support, the kind of thing. My portfolio towards the customers, where it has impacted me a lot from the 2007 to 2010 around. It was the initial time when I have done the certification also at that time also. So I was supporting to the customers. So. It helped me to understand the customer requirement, their painful area, and how we can improve, continual improvement. Because ITIL says continual improvement is very much important when we are supporting to the customer, and especially in the service industries. It was a service industries. I was reporting to many stakeholders because customers also we have to report, and the external customer like our industry, where our organization where we came from, because I was working for the CMS Info Systems, and as well as my customer was the Reliance Industries Limited. So Reliance was one of the premier customer where we were having 24/7 support, and I was a project manager. So without the having a clear cut framework, we will not be able to support the customer at that level. And the customer satisfaction is very much important when we are working for the service industries. So it helped me a lot at that time.
As I mentioned, sir, I mentioned it before that we would be coming back to your endeavors at Jackson. So I would very much like to understand, and our audience as well, that could you like share or discuss any major project that you led at Jackson Vision and its impact to your company?
So Jackson, as far as the Jackson, I have spent my major time of my career with that organization. I joined in 2013, early 2013 till just recently I have joined
Yeah.
the SPGPrints. So it's more than 10 years. When I joined Jackson, it was a startup kind of thing. People were more than 50 plus people. We were including everything, service, sales, manufacturing. So it was just a startup. And I have contributed a lot to the organization, and it has impacted to the growth of business also. Today, we have operations as a Jackson. I still remember the squad I called V because I was hardly attached with that organization. So that time I was definitely working for a lot with that organization. Just a minute. So Jackson. So I have joined Jackson in early 2013, and it is almost 10 year, more than 10 year I spent with Jackson, and it was we have contributed lots there. When I joined, this size was around below 50 people across all the departments, and there was no structured IT infrastructure at that company. So I was just again distance. Uh, Okay, okay, start. So, Jackson, I joined in early 2013. It was around more than 10 years I spent with Jackson. When I joined, the company was very small, and we were below 50 people where we were working at that time. When I joined, it was not had a structured IT infrastructure. Small setup for the software development and some small setup for the manufacturing. The company has grown. So from that we have implemented lots of things, structured net infrastructure, then server data center, and then ERP. Later on we have implemented this Jira software developments, all these applications like business, Salesforce, CRM, implementation of ERP. And recently, when I left the organization, we have migration from traditional ERP to SAP. So it was a lots of journey I spent there. Also, we have completed the ISO 27K ISMS implementation, so certification. So many things we have done, and we have grown a lot. And I definitely I learned a lot there, because it was a continual improvement kind of thing, and there we were working. So definitely, company has grown a lot, and I also have learned many things from Jackson at that time.
So, since you are a part of such a dynamic profession, cybersecurity is evolving every day. So, how do you strategize and employ yourself to keep up with the rapidly evolving cybersecurity landscape?
So cyber security, it is in today's era because everything is connected.
Right.
So when the connection is there, risk is there. So we need to understand what, where, and how the threats are coming, and how we can protect. So and every day is a new challenge. So we have to be very much updated with the latest technologies and their risks. So because every day we are listening new updates in the technology. So we have to be very much updated in daily basis. In IT, not only in the cyber security, but any domain, if you are part of IT, you have to update it. So I was going with one job. IT is a one department where father is struggling and his son is also struggling with this skill upgradation. And this is the fact. Even if you are a 50 plus, in the age of retirement, many people are doing their skill upgradation, and it is required. So I prefer skill upgradation on daily basis, regularly and daily basis, because and it give me a lots of other advantages. So in the furthermore, sometimes I have to ask my son to please बेटा पढ़ने बैठ जा, but when I self studying, he will sit with me कि पापा के साथ मैं भी पढ़ाई करूंगा. So this is something we need to very much update on daily basis. We have to be the part of security groups and the articles, daily newsletters. I have been subscribed so many scripts. I am joining continuously some webinars and the events. Sometimes I become the a part of that event as a panel. So it is very much important. You have to be updated on day-to-day basis, and that is the only way you can keep updating yourself. Otherwise, sometimes if you leave the skill, you are not updated with the skills, it will not give you the real outcome when it is part of the skills. Cyber security is the daily on daily basis.
Sir, how do you prioritize and manage multiple IT projects across different locations, particularly?
So it's about the priority when you are a part of business, because earlier the IT was a support function, but now IT is not a support function, it's a business. So we need to understand what is the business and how it is important for the business. Accordingly, we need to prioritize. So first and foremost is the business requirement, and then urgency is also important. Sometimes it's not business but urgency, and we have to identify the resources, because since we are being an IT leader, we need to identify the resources. Whatever the resources we have to prioritize accordingly. So first and foremost is the business requirement, and then customers. If it is related to customers, because sometimes what will happen, we have to prioritize customer satisfaction is also important. How the customer is happy with your technology part of. So if sometimes we suppose we have a website and always it's gone, so website is not available, so customer कैसा है इसका website ही नहीं चलता है. So how they are performing. So anything we can, we have to identify the need of business. So we should be, our technology requirement and priority is should be aligned with the business requirement, uh, and then resources, and also with the urgency. Sometimes priority we need to define with the urgency also, and how it is costing to us. Cost is also important.
Definitely, sir. So, can you provide insight into how you foster cross-functional collaboration within your IT teams?
First and foremost important part for the collaboration in the team is environment. How healthy environment you keep within the team. Second and important thing is a transparency, because sometimes when we are dealing with the team, we don't have a transparency. Team will not rely on you. If so, our transparency, your healthy environment. We should set the targets, KPI, KRS. We should know, maintain their responsibilities and roles. So, according, if we have a defined role and responsibility for individual, they have to perform accordingly. In fact, if they have any challenges, we should have that kind of environment. They are open to connect anytime, anywhere within their problems. So it should be like a friendly environment. It should not like be treated like a, and is employee are very much important when we are treating them well, how we are treating them, and as well as how we are involving. If they are, we are involving in important decisions, and sometimes the opinion doesn't matter, but we keep involving, that give them another level of motivation. And salary is important thing, but salary, apart from the salary, keep involving, and the motivation of like their transparency and their involvement.
Definitely, sir.
How
Sir, how have you exactly leveraged virtualization technologies like BMW and Hyper-V in your IT infrastructure consolidation efforts?
So about the virtualization is a totally different. So it has a great change in the when the virtualization comes to the system, because it has given you the more scalability. Earlier, we were having a different requirement for the different application. If there is a one application, we have to start with the one server, one hardware. Hardware is a dedicated. So it gives lots of flexibility. As far as the flexibility, virtualization gives us the another level of the IT resources planning, because we can plan the optimal resource of the resources, as well as the scalability. We have a, if in future we want to upgrade anything, we don't need to buy a new product. We can upgrade that product with which is scalable. So scalability, flexibility, as well as the cost optimization also important for the virtualization. And important part when we are planning for the DC and backup and DR. So it has a very easy to use when backup and DR. We may think about that.
What advice would you give to the aspiring IT professionals looking to achieve a leadership role like yours?
So when it comes for the leadership, IT leadership, always we should think for the business. So IT leader has to be aligned with the business requirement. When it is a business alignment, they will be identifying the priorities. As we discussed earlier about the priority and the requirement. So business alignment is very much important. Other than business, individual, if I am suppose myself, I should think about the growth, the self growth as well as the organization growth. So growing with the help technology, so self growth will be different with the help of organization. Other than this, also important thing is a transparency and the decision making. So how you are transparent with this
Yes.
management and the organization, and how quick and agile when you are taking decisions. And business, it should be aligned with the business.
So that is it for the professional questions round, sir. We are towards our next round, which is the personal questions round. And my very first question to you would be that what inspired your interest in information technology and cybersecurity? You have already answered
I
this
have, yes,
question,
yes,
sir.
yes.
Yes, I know, sir. But my curiosity comes from the getting to know you as a student in school, because cyber security is something and information technology is something, because when you were in school, I'm like, if I am not wrong, there was an era of being into medical and engineering and everything. So how did it got from there to here?
So at the time of school, yeah, I was not. Uh, I can say that it was not something information technology or
Right,
cybersecurity. It was only the technology.
right,
How the things are moving, ये कैसे होता है, बल्ब में light जलाते हैं. So how the things are coming when we are
right,
speaking. So television, how the the live content. So especially when the cricket match is coming. So how people are playing somewhere about, and we can see here that different. So it was something curious to me कि ऐसे कैसे होता है. Something, this is something, कुछ तो उसके बीच में काम कर रहा है. So that curiosity gives me a goal kind of thing कि yes, I have to go something. तो मुझे कुछ ऐसा देखना है, कैसना है कि how these things are possible. So it was something imagination. At that time we were not knowing the technology, and yes, so after that when it gives me inspiration कि नहीं अब उधर ही कुछ करना पड़ेगा. So that was something. Yes, that was not the time when I can say कि yeah, medical and engineering was, yeah.
right. Great, sir. So, how do you balance your demanding professional life with your personal life?
Personal life and professional lives, there are two different things. So we cannot club all together. Yes, there are something, we have some personal problems at homes and we have professional problems at office, but we cannot club all together. When I leaving office, I'm going to home. Uh, I have my 8 years son, so he's the booster for if I feel something. So it gives me a different pleasure. Yes, my wife is there. She supports me whenever I feel low, and I prefer to meet the people because I have a good friends. I'm rich with the friends, and I'm happy to say that yes, I have a good friends. So sometimes I meet the people, I talk to them, and in fact, if possible, in weekends we meet, we plan some outing, maybe around 100 kilometers or somewhere. So that is something I prefer to manage the balance.
What hobbies or activities do you enjoy in your free time?
So free time, yes, I like to music. Music I like very much. So if I'm at home, I don't have anything. I start TV. I will start some musics, listening them. Yes, I like to singing also. So
Okay.
कभी कभार गुनगुना लेते हैं. I have some small setup at my home. So that
Okay.
also gives cooking. बट इट्स नॉट समथिंग वाइफ के लिए नहीं है वो,
Right.
जब छुट्टी वो अपने खुशी के लिए बन. अदरवाइज व्हाट विल हैपन कि आज अच्छा बना, कल से आप ही बनाना.
That's interesting, sir. Definitely, like very interesting. So,
Yeah.
how do you unwind after a long day at work? So, this is like singing and cooking is all you, playing with your son is all you do, or something else do you engage yourself in as well?
I prefer traveling. When I get time, I go out stations with friends. It's I like very much कि घूमते रहो. So it's something I like very much.
So that definitely brings me to my next question, that like if you really like outings so much, so it would be great to know that your favorite travel destination, any memorable memory that you have from any of your travels.
Travels, yes. Recently, I have been with friend. We have traveled Kutch, and it was a great experience.
Okay.
Traveling with friends, it's a really great experience. But I remember another travel when I was with my parents, because having parents when you are traveling give you different level of guidance and knowledge. because friends, we are all
Yeah, yeah,
same
yeah.
age. But
Yeah.
when I am with my father, especially my father, he has traveled India almost 2 or 3 times. So and he keeps traveling. He वो कहते हैं ना कि मेरा heredity में आया है घूमने का. He also likes, even he is a 71. He was planning
He
to
has a
somewhere
story
Kerala.
for every destination that you go to.
Yes, so when I'm traveling with my father, he gives me different kind of experience, different kind of knowledge. So it was something great experience. We were in Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh last year. So it was a different life. So I prefer to travel.
Okay, sir. So, also, how do your friends and family support in your professional endeavors? How they were like when you were like craving your professional pathway through cybersecurity, and so how they have been throughout this journey?
As I said just now before, I'm rich with friends. And definitely, they have given me a different level of motivation, different level of support. Whenever I feel something, I call them, one of my friend, and honestly speaking, wherever I have stayed, this is my from school, from college to job, then it is my 6 to 7 station where I stayed more than 1 year. So I have a all everywhere I can have. I have more than 10 people who are good friend to me. So I'm very
Okay.
rich with that. And I call randomly. It doesn't matter कि वो मुझे कॉल करेगा तो ही मैं बात करेगा ऐसा कुछ नहीं. कभी भी किसी को भी randomly कॉल करने का. And they have given me lots of help. So ultimately, one thing is कि when you are not happy, so you are not having good friend. And if you are having a good friend, you definitely you will be happy. Problems तो सबके साथ में हैं, and that will be
Right.
remain till the end of life. But if you have a good friends, that is a different level of energy and strength. And I'm really rich for that.
It's great to know, sir. Sir, do you have any pets? If so, like you would discuss it.
Pet, no, pet I don't have. Earlier we were
Okay.
having cow at our village when we were staying at village.
Okay.
Yes.
So fresh milk and milk products is something like you
Yes, yes,
family
yes, yes,
enjoyed
yes.
and
It was something, and that time was a different. Everything was
yeah.
fresh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Everything
yeah.
was fresh, even
Now
vegetables or
everything is
fruits.
adulterized actually.
Yes, 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 yes.
What is your favorite book, sir, or movie that you have recently enjoyed?
Book I prefer very many spiritual books also, and I'm belonging to a typical Brahmin family. So my father has also given me something as a parental knowledge, or so that has given me. Even though the 7 Habits of Successful People, that has also I have read, and it's a very good book. A movie I've enjoyed lots of recently. But one movie which I keeps watching, अच्छा लगता है बार-बार देखना. And that is जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा. It is a really
Okay.
fantastic movie, and that is also related to traveling.
So do you aspire traveling like those characters in the movie someday?
Yes,
And
yes, 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 yes. Oh, Rick, that there's a conversation between Katrina Kaif and Hrithik
yeah,
Roshan.
yeah, yeah.
I'll do something about after 40, and then Katrina says कि dude,
Right.
तुम्हें क्या पता है कि तुम 40 साल तक जिंदा रहोगे या नहीं.
Zara ho
That
gaya.
is something inspire me a lot.
Right, sir. Sir, how do you stay motivated and energized in your career? Like how?
The one person behind it is my
Okay.
father.
Okay. Okay.
He is everywhere. Here when I was in schools, और लाइफ में कुछ गलत भी किया है ना, तो he never treated me wrong. He treated me very well, happily and calmly. गुस्सा जो अर्ली एज में बच्चों के साथ में होता था, दैट आई हैव सीन. बट आफ्टर दैट व्हेन आई केम टू वन so कहते हैं समझदारी वाली एज, so he has given me a good strength, and I'm very much happy that he is today I'm wherever and whatever because of him.
Great, sir. That is it for our personal round questions as well, sir. It
Thank
was
you.
great knowing you professionally as well as personally. It was like really insightful both the ways. We are towards our last round of the conversation, which is rapid fire round. And as mentioned in the beginning of the conversation, that if this goes really well, you might have a surprise gift from our side. So let's get
Okay, so
started.
it's exciting.
Yeah, it definitely is, sir. So let's get started. You have to like be very quick and answer in a word or a sentence. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Early bird or a night owl?
Early bird.
Favorite tech gadget?
Mobile.
One word to describe your leadership style.
Good. Friendly.
Okay. Most used app on your phone.
Sorry, I could not hear you. Can you repeat?
Most used mobile application on your phone.
LinkedIn.
Okay. Favorite place to travel.
Though I can't decide because I have to roam around the
Okay.
world. Still, I have decided कि every year I will, so 28 state in India. So next 28 years, I will complete India. And if I get the chance, I will definitely travel to abroad also. But every year I will travel a new state every year. So that is my
Uh,
plan.
biggest pet peeve.
Biggest
Pet peeve, like something that you like to do a lot, like you are very much addicted to, if we say.
addicted
Guilty pleasure
me
kind of.
listening music.
Okay. Morning routine must have.
Morning routine must have tea, meditation,
Okay. Preferred mode of transport.
car.
Okay. One thing that you cannot live without.
It's many things which and without अभी तो मोबाइल ही हो गया है.
Okay, sir. Okay. So, thank you so much, sir. This has been a very absolute wonderful experience for us and for our audience. And I hope you enjoyed this as much as we did, as I did, having you on the show, talking with you, having this conversation. And I again thank you for taking your time out through your from your busy schedule and having this session with us. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Jolly. It was really pleasure to talk to you, and it was really interesting when I'm talking to you. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much, sir. And also, sir, like I forgot to mention about the surprise.
Okay,
You would very soon be receiving a very sweet parcel from us that would be containing goodies, some goodies, also an ebook of relating to cybersecurity.
okay. So this is
So
again a surprise.
yeah, so this is what we have for you. You would be receiving a parcel from our end. Our team will get in touch with you and get your address and everything, and you would be receiving that very soon
Thank you. Thanks
as
a
a
lot.
good gesture from our side for giving out your valuable time to us. So that is it. And for our audience, please stay tuned to watch this and many other interesting conversation episodes on YouTube channel, that is the Coffee Conversation Show. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And we are looking forward to yet another interesting coffee conversation with another guest speaker. Thank you so much, all, for joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Jolly.